here we go. There's the back. Bringing it up, that's not too bad. Okay, let's get that sound going so you can hear me. Alrighty, so what do we need to do? We need to grab this body, and we've got that body. We need to get in there and drill those holes. I've got the drill bit too. I've got black hardware. It's got Mr. Glynn's Cruel Mistress vintage telly pickups, brass saddles, bone nut. It's all good. Where the weed at? What's going on? Thank you for the follow. Good to see you. Welcome on in. Oh! Okay, so that's that guy there. But that's to show you that copper-looking red cedar when it really gets polished up. It really looks copperish.
Hey little guy. Hey little boy.
To go on top. So that's what we did there. That back's going to be sensational. That is so smooth. Very smooth. Ha! Absolutely. They are drums. They're percussion instruments as well as stringed instruments. They can be used. If you watch the old flamenco guys playing, the old Spanish guys, they're doing all that stuff. They're going tippa-tappa-tippa-tippa-dum, ring, 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 tippa-tappa-tippa-tappa-dum, ding, dong, bang. So it's all good. Right, here we go. There's the back. Bringing it up, that's not too bad. Okay, let's get that sound going so you can hear me. Alrighty, so what do we need to do? We need to grab this body, and we've got that body. We need to get in there and drill those holes. I've got the drill bit too. I've got black hardware. It's got Mr. Glynn's Cruel Mistress vintage telly pickups, brass saddles, bone nut. It's all good. Where the weed at? What's going on? Thank you for the follow. Good to see you. Welcome on in. Oh! Okay, so that's that guy there. But that's to show you that copper-looking red cedar when it really gets polished up. It really looks copperish.
Hey little guy. Hey little boy.
To go on top. So that's what we did there. That back's going to be sensational. That is so smooth. Very smooth. Ha! Absolutely. They are drums. They're percussion instruments as well as stringed instruments. They can be used. If you watch the old flamenco guys playing, the old Spanish guys, they're doing all that stuff. They're going tippa-tappa-tippa-tippa-dum, ring, 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 tippa-tappa-tippa-tappa-dum, ding, dong, bang. So it's all good. Howdy folks, how you going? Welcome to the show. Manny here from the Guitar Show in Sydney. And it's Friday and it's looking good. The weather's good. The weekend's coming up. And we're in the workshop one more day this week. I'll probably do a little bit tomorrow as well. Anyway, where are we up to? Hello, everybody. Welcome on in. This guy, we've got some green on there now. It's starting to get that fade from dark to green. Now, the pattern on this guy is going to be a dragon coming down off here. And then those rune letters underneath it like that. So it's a little bit of a dragon boat coming down like that. You've got a bit of a wave in there as it cuts through the ocean, and you're going to have those runes at the bottom of that. That'll get the most out of that real estate, given that there's hardware going to be here and covering up that. But that's the color coming up. Got to get those horns rounded, and not the horns, the scoops rounded out a little bit more, and we've got the right depth now. The length. That guy's coming along. What we've got is this guy. all glued up. So we've got the top on there, done. And we've just got to route the edges now and get those edges flush with that guy. So we've rough cut that guy out. That's all glued up. And we can start marking out where things are going on this guy today. How are we doing? Who we got? We got Marky Mark. Nifty's in the house. What's happening, Nift? Good to see you. Love the green. You love the green. Nifty loves green guitars. If Bumstead's in the house, shout that man out. My screen's frozen up. Okay, I'm going to leave it because now everything's going well. We did have some lag yesterday. I don't know what happened there. Well, you know, Tom showed up, but poor guy's not getting away with it that easily. We're going to blame him for everything. No, that's good. So what we're going to do is we're going to route the edges off that guy there, flush that up, and then we're going to look at starting to mark out where things are going, where cavities are going, where controls are going for this guy. So I have got some color on an offcut to show you. It's going to go a dark grayish gunmetal black. You will see, I've got a couple of coats on there just to show you how that turns out. You can see the redwood flying up under this. There's a little bit, you can see the black stripes, and you've got a lot of red coming through with that red gum. If I pop it down onto here, you'll get a better look at it on this camera. I'll flick that down to the workbench and you can see, okay, that's the kind of color that we're going to get this guy going. Nice and dark, nice and dark. We don't want any chocolate though. We want it a bit grayer. So I'm going to play with a little bit of white pearl finish, and that'll get it going a pearly black. It'll give it a beautiful transition. Actually, that's a little bit damp because I've given that another coat. So we're going to let that guy sit there. That's essentially what you're going to find here. Once we sand all this guy flat, get all these glue marks out of there and start staining, you'll see that this guy is going to be predominantly very stripy like that. Okay, so it's going to come along. That's a really dark red. Yes, it is actually a dark red. It's got a lot of black over it, and we want to get it more grey, slatey black than red. Have to play with that and see what we can come up with. Okay, now let's get ready for routing. So let's move ourselves up and at 'em and away to the bench here. And we'll get this guy set up. We're going to route this guy. I'm going to prop this guy up high. That's no good. Let me just sit that straight on there. Great, we're going to clamp this guy down and we're going to work our way around the edges with this bottom bearing bit here. Sorry, this way. And that bottom bearing bit is going to run along the sides, which are sanded nicely. So we are going to get a nice straight parallel inline edge to match the body with this cutter here. So let's do that. Let's get that guy sorted out, as they say. And the one thing I'm doing today after the show is cleaning up my workshop, which is an absolute bordello at the moment. Lots of sanding, lots of work's been done in here. We've got sawdust everywhere. It's good though. Leslie's in the house. Leslie, what's going on? Samahat and Ali, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Come on in. Okay, let's get this cutter out. Let's change this guy over. Put our base on there. A little bit lower. And that should do it. Yep, that's going to work a treat. Okay, we're good to go, guys and girls. So I've just got to clamp this guy down. Clamp it down. We need a couple of clamps. Don't drop them, is my advice. My advice is don't drop the clamps. I'm going to start at this horn here and work my way around. So let me clamp this end up here. And this end down here. Okay, that's not going anywhere. We're going to work our way around. You like that, Leslie? Yeah, we know about, oh, Sabaton, that's not good. We did hear about the earthquake and wishes to, well wishes to all those people there that are having a tough time at the moment. It is tough to have a couple of earthquakes of that magnitude, and there's a lot of suffering people there at the moment. So our prayers are with you. That's the colour of that guy. Once we get this guy all so you can pretty much visualise what that's going to look like. Let's get routing. Let's grab my power cord. Okay. All right, we need our safety gear. So Terry isn't around, is she? So Leslie and Lisa will remind me what I need. We need a mask, of course. So we're going to put this mask on here. No worries, man. Yes, help will come from many countries because that's what humanity does. Where people are genuinely good at heart and they will help out where possible. So the best of luck to you and your family, my friend, and I hope that things turn around for you quickly. Okay, we're going to route this guy now. Clamps. Really, we don't need clamps. We've got clamps. What we need is masks. Okay. I'm ready. Look at me go. Gloves. Let's route this sucker. Poor old Wally the Wombat. Do you miss him, Lisa? You miss him? I'm going to turn the mic off now. I might put some music on. Let's see if I can just get some music up here. Come on, baby. There we go. And we're going to go to this guy. Okay. Let's roll. Oh, damn it. Okay, I'm going to modify this back end. Alrighty. All right, we've got a problem. The router slipped a little bit, so I've taken a little tear out of there. I'm just going to go and sand this, and I'll be right back. Give me a sec. Okay, all fixed. So we had a little tear out just here, and I've just sanded it. You can see I've just sanded that, and it's nice and flush now, so we've just got to finish the rest of that. So I've got to change my bit because the bit has, something's happened to the bit, so it might be a little chunk, a little break in the bit. So I'm almost done. I'm almost done. What I need to do is just finish the remaining third up here. I'll just get that bit changed. Terry's in the house. Terry, what's going on? So where are we up to, guys? We've got the cap on, and we're just routing the edges so that they're flush like that. Okay, and we're just changing the router bit over because there was a problem with that other bit. So we will resume immediately as soon as I change that over. So let me just quickly change that over. I've unplugged this so it's safe to do so. Terry, for your benefit, this is the colour that I started experimenting with. Okay, so we've got black on there, and you can still see the red through there. There's almost like a pearlescent finish. We're going to go pretty dark with this guy. Okay, if you can imagine, a very dark matte greyish with a little bit of sort of that red, that black with that red shining through, and then we're going to have stark black hardware in contrast. So it's going to look pretty good. Dana, what's going on? Good to see you. Welcome to the stream, guys, for a Friday here in Sydney, which is Thursday probably for you guys up there in the Northern Hemisphere. Let me just change this bit over because it's cactus, as they say. Good Lord. That's not very good. I'm just looking for the right bit, guys and girls. Bear with me. Bear with me. See if I can just work on this bit here and transition that over. got to change that bit bearing. I need to find my little my little hex keys. That ain't going to work. Okay, throw that out. Back to plan B. Let's see if I can get this bearing to reach this guy. Flip that over. Get that guy pretty much to there. Might be able to do it. Might be able to do it. Let's have a look. How does that look? Not long enough, unfortunately. Okay, I'm going to have to sand those edges. So I'm going to have to sand those edges on the sander and get those flush, but I'll do that later. I won't do that now. Let's get started with marking out where the cavities have got to go and where the pickups have got to go. So let's move over. Let's leave that stuff over here. Let's get this guy down here and get the neck across here and mark out where the scale's going to be. Get a clamp on this guy. And I'll sand those little curves just in there and around there. Later with the sander, I'll get them flush. That way the router's playing up. Snowed all night. That's not good, Dana. Or it could be good. Depends. I don't mind the snow. As long as it doesn't sort of snow me in and keep me snowed under, as they say. All right, let's grab the neck for this guy, which is right here. That's that guy there. $12, $13, $14, $15, $16 crossing over. Out there. Need a clamp on that guy just to hold him in place for the time being. It's not going to work, is it? It's a bit too far. How are we going there? How are we looking there? Oh, that's better. Okay, there we go. Right there. Just going to put this in roughly. Okay. Let's check this guy out. Right, that's where we want him, right there. Whoa! Sit. Right. Just a bit further back. That's about right. Okay, scale. So 25.5 inch. We've got to measure down. We've got to measure down and get roughly where everything's going to be sitting. there's the 25.5. Quickly mark that down, just carefully. This side as well. Okay, that's where our bridge is going, roughly here. Our net pickup here, our bridge pickup here, and of course we're going to have our controls right here. Okay, so we're going to have our controls right here. There's an option here to do 4 controls or 2 controls. I'm not going to mark those out today because I need to look at the wiring of those EMGs and see if I can harness those two into 2. I think I can. But in the meantime, what we need to do is we've got that guy marked out. Got that area in there, that's all smooth, so I know that area to play with. What I'm going to do now is pretty much mark out where I want the control cavity. And I think that control cavity, it's going to be a D shape. And I also have to mark out where I'm carving this guy as well, and also get the F hole in there as well. So we're going to be doing that very, very shortly. Get that F hole in there. We need to obviously mark out the D in here. So at the moment we've got about 1/2 inch of border to play with, so let's mark that out. That's where our border is. In other words, where the cavity starts, just in there. So I'm going to need a D shape, and I'm going to use this beautiful piece of matching maple to make myself the cap. Okay, so I'm going to make myself the cap out of this guy here. It's for the back, and we want it matching, so we want it to go like that. So let me just get that all lined up. Let me see, we're going to use all that there. We'll go this way instead. Flip it over like that. That's the edge of it. So we want to cut that guy in there like so. So why don't we do this? That's the seam. We want to come in 5 centimeters down, 5 centimeters down. That means we're out of the way. It's fine. We're going to draw that line through there like so. draw that parallel. There and there. Okay, that's good. Get that line straight across here. So we're making the cover first, and then we're going to use that as the template to cut the hole out the back. Okay, so that's where it starts, and that's where it ends. So we're going to take this guy down. Just going to streamline that a little bit. We're going to cut this guy, and we're going to see what that looks like on the back, and then see how we fit that guy in. So that's down there. Okay, cool. Let's cut this guy out and see what we get. All right. Little steps, guys and girls, little steps. Loretta. Which one's Loretta? Is it a cat or a dog? Let's cut this guy up quickly. Where's my saw? Okay, we've got our I'm going to make it quite large because I want to capture as much room as I can. So I'm going to not go further than that. Okay, let's trim that up. And I'm going to sand the rest of that guy flat to get the required shape. So I'm just going to sand that quickly out the back so I can get the required shape. And then we'll be able to mark that out and fit that to the back, drill the holes out and make the cavity for this guy. Mav, what's going on? Okay. Back in a sec, guys. Okay, let's have a look at this. All right. Guy's going to go there for those controls. Now, the only problem I have is I don't know if I'm going to use 4 or 2 controls. So that's the size I want there. Plus I want a battery box in here as well, because there's a battery going here as well. And the battery box will go straight in the middle actually, because I've got that solid piece through there and I want to sit that nice and flush in there. But this guy here, that's better. That's our piece for the back. That should go around there, is where we've got the controls. Yeah. Around there is where that control cavity is going to go. Here we've got a battery box cavity. Let me just see if I can find that battery box. Excuse me. Battery box. Battery box. There's the bridge for it. That hip shot bridge for that. Is that chrome or black? That's black. So it's cosmic black. It's going to go about there. Yep, and there's there on the back. Pick up, neck. Yep, that's going to work like that. That's a 25.5 inch scale right there. That's where that guy's going. Excuse me. Okay, and again, I've got to decide if I'm going to have 2 volumes, 2 tones, or 1, 1, 1. So I won't do that yet. What I will do is get the F-hole started. So let's get our F-hole template. Now that we know that's where that's going, we're going to put our F-hole just in here. Grab my template in our box of templates. And we probably want to put that guy around about there, I reckon. About there. That's a good place. Let's draw that in and see what that looks like. Let's grab a sharp pencil. I need something sharper than this little guy here. I might use one of my little pointy texters, my little pointy Sharpies. Where are they? Here they are. These little guys here are quite fine. I'll grab the fine. Extra small. This one's really tiny, whiny. That's where our F-hole is going to go. Perfect. That's where we want it. Can you guys see that? You can. Okay, we've got enough room there for the battery pack. Perfect. That's going in from the back. This guy needs to be drilled out now, and we need to get this guy hollowed out. So let's start by drilling that guy out. Let's get our drill and get these holes done. Just checking that. Probably needs to come out a tiny bit more. I don't want to go too close to the edge though. No, it's got to stay there because we are carving this guy away. We've got to mark those carve marks as well in a minute after we do the... Actually, no, we've got to mark out where the neck pocket's going, and then we're going to do those carves and the pickups as well. So let's drill these 2 holes first, get this guy done, and then we're in the position to put these pockets in here so that we can start marking out where the carve's going to go. Okay, a drill is required. Where is the drill? Here is the drill. For those of you that haven't seen the other monster, here's the other monster coming along, the Viking monster. So we've got the green on there now and the black, so it blends in there. We've got a dragon boat in mother of pearl coming down, where is it? Head looking back towards its tail, down here. No, sorry, it's going to be like that. So, left-hander. Head looking back toward its tail, body going down like that, and the runes underneath the body. So it looks like it's on the water line. If you can imagine a Viking dragon boat there with the head probably tilted the other way, looking back down towards this way. I don't know how I'm going to do it. I've got an idea of the body of the boat and the neck and the head of the dragon being all Norse ropes or Celtic type knot arrangement. And of course the letters will be the same as the neck, but just smaller in a block underneath them, the runes. So that's coming along. West Texas, what's going on? Good to see you, man. And that's where that guy's going to go. So let's drill some holes in there. I need a guy that is 30 seconds. Yep. Just going to drill through. Before I do that, let me just double check. That's pretty close. I might just move that out a slight bit. I might just move that out a slight touch. I'm just going to move that out a little bit. I don't want it too close to the main batten. So I'm going to slide that guy out just a quarter inch or so more. About there. Yeah, that'll work better right there. Yep. Cool. Right. Yeah. Try that. Okay, that's better, because what that's going to do is allow room to clear the block through there. Yep. Pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. And we've cleared it, which is what I expected. Tail end, head end, and we've cut these guys now. So I'm just going to put some holes in here, larger holes. Let me get the 1/2 inch. That's too big. Probably a 1/4 inch or something a little bit bigger than that. 8.5. Back to a smaller one. Okay, we can get the drill in there now and cut those out. Let's do one more hole here. Spot on. Okay. Skinny drill. Where's the skinny drill? One may ask. We need to take this big blade away, put a finer blade on that, and we've got to cut the shape, the rough cut of the shape before we file it clean. Rage is in the house. What is going on? Rage. Leslie's in the house too. If I didn't say hello to you earlier on, Leslie, hello to you. Hello to you. There you go. I said it finally. Get these little fine guys out. They're very narrow, so we've got to be careful not to break them, but we also will get into those tight spots. So we'll give that a go and see how that pans out. How far down they're going to go? It's going to hit the bottom. That's no good. Not good at all. I'm going to have to use probably my little Dremel and cut through that. Yeah. I'm going to have to use my little Dremel to cut through that, because this guy's going to kick too far. Okay. I've got the Dremel just here, of course. Just need to change the cutter on it. I'll put a spiral cutter on it and we'll just carve that out nice and gently. Nice and easily, actually. It's not too bad. What's going on here? Actually, I'll probably leave that on there. Loosen that up. There we go. I'll just change that guy over. I've got a flute cutter, as they say. Is that a flute cutter? No, that's a drill. Or is that a flute cutter? I can't tell. Let me see. What else have I got in here? Ah, here it is. That's what I'm looking for. I knew I had one of those. Get this guy in here. So that's your spiral flute cutter. It's like a drill, a spiral, but it's a cutting edge rather than a. I mean, you could probably use it as a. Oh, it hasn't got a point. It's designed to cut a long plane. Let's see how we can go with that with this guy. See if I can get this guy out of there without breaking anything. I might just have to pull this guy out. Bear with me, guys and girls. Good things come to those that wait. In the meantime, I need something big like pliers to open this up because it's a pain in the butt. There we go. Right, put this spiral number in there. Wonderful. And I'll put the base back on because that controls our depth and also our direction and our stability. Screw that guy in. There we go. And we can use that guy and we're going to cut out that hole down in there. Okay, we're going to go down into the bowels of the building. About there, let's say. Should cut through. We're going to do a test cut just here. Let's plug this guy in. Right, let's give that a test run. I've got my glasses on. Let's have a little poke and see what that does. Okay, it makes light work of it very, very easily. That is a bit loud though, so I'm going to turn that off. So let me just turn that off so you guys can listen to some music in the background and not listen to that squealing. Let's clamp that down. Okay, so there's the rough cut. And now we just got to use the sharp files and get in there and clean those out and get those dots nice and perfecto. So I've got a couple of little round files to do that. There we go. Neaten those up. Get the little flat files and work the inside of those. I'll just use the small needle files to get in there. This little flat boy. Actually, no, there is a curved guy, that guy there. That sort of curves. And I'm just taking the bumps off. I can feel that. And just smoothing that line out. Just need to put that point in there, and to do that we use the diamond shaped or the triangle pyramid shaped cutter. Where is that guy? This guy here, I think. Yeah, that might. Oops. Sharpens those points. Do this side as well. You like like the shape of that. Good. Thank you for saying so, Nifty. Appreciate you like the style. Just putting the point in that end. Taking out the angle and the bumps. There we go. It's a lot better. Okay. There we go. Just do this end now. Grab our sharp pyramid or triangular little guy. Get that angle cut in there. Get those sharp lines in there. And those corners. going to take a break for a bit. Catch up with the chat. What's going on, guys and girls? Just have a little bit of a break. Take those goggles off. Rest the eyes. Have a bit of a stretch. Roll those shoulders out. And have a little drink. And cheers to you guys. For those of you that didn't see the colour that we're going for this guy, I'll give you a look at a sample. Cheers, Big Ears. He's looking up your old address. Thank you, Terry. Okay, so the colour, we started putting some coats on there. Where is that guy? So you can see the type of colour that we're getting is like a slate. You can see a little bit of the red through there, but you can see the grain is predominantly a slate grey sort of colour. The black is really prominent in the. Okay, and you can see a little bit of a reddish colour through there. We want that a little bit greyer, a little bit more slatier. And once we get the water on there, and I'll show you on here to give you an idea of what that's going to look like with a bit of a finish on it. You can see it's got that sort of slate look. So imagine that guy, the colour being like that. You can picture. Okay, that's the type of colour we're going for. You can still see those red flashes through there. But if I put some water on there, you'll get to see what that baby's like. I'll just wet that up a bit and show you how it looks a little bit on the darker side. The key here is not to get it too dark, but not to get it too light. So we don't want to see too much red, but we don't want it to be pitch black either. So I'm just going to rub some water on there and see if that helps us. Yeah, you can see the red a lot better now with that finish. It's still a little bit too red for my liking. I'm going to be putting more black on it. But it does look, there we go, there. You can see what that's going to come up like. Okay, very, very interesting. And if I put the hardware on there, okay, once we put that black hardware on there, it's going to really pop. I'm experimenting with a bit of a pearl finish as well while I've got you here. And while I'm having a break from Sandy, let's have a look at the pearl finish that I'm applying. By hand, rubbing a pearl, hand-rubbed pearl. The magic of hand-rubbed pearl finishes. Now, we're going to have a look at this white and what it does to it. So if I take a cloth and just give that a little light damp, a little light wipe over with a bit of this pearl finish, let's see what it does to the look of it. It gives it a bit of a luminescence, like it glows in the dark. Not glows in the dark, but a very pearly sort of finish. I'll just rub that in. And wipe that away. Okay, and you've got that luminescence, that pearl finish. It looks different once it's dry, of course. But yeah, you got that luminescence in there. A little bit of a pearl. It helps with getting that reddish grade up a little bit. You can see it changes sort of colour in the light. That's an interesting effect. I'm going to see what that looks like when it's dry, but I do like that effect. Shooters in the house, what is going on? Happy Friday to you, my friend, indeed. Terry loves that colour. The colour of beautiful wine. There we go, we've got that luminescence in there, right? So we've got that little bit of a glow. Okay, that gives it a bit of a glow in the light. Gives it that slaty grey. We're going for that grey. We want it to change colours. You look at it head on, and she looks, you can just see there's a little bit of that grey murkiness in there. But again, when that's dry and you've got a clear coat on that of satin, it's going to be something else. So that's the kind of look I'm going for with this one here. Billy Boy's in town. What's going on, Billy? How you been, mate? Good to see you again. Awesome to see you. Let's get on to finishing this little F hole. Put this stain away so I don't spill it everywhere. So that's the guy there, ladies and gents. And if we put a little bit of splish splash on that, you might get a look at that colour with a bit of moisture on there. Okay, it tends to redden up a little bit. You do see the that red gum coming right through that sort of silvery grey. It's an interesting combo. I like it though. I think over the body it'll look fantastic. I think it'll look great once that's finalised. Don't forget, guys and girls, a couple of weeks' time we have got our 24-hour build. 24-hour build. We're going to be building a mountain ash body Telecaster with a Canadian maple neck, a ebony fretboard. No, a rosewood fretboard. The colour of that ash body is going to be a dark blackish grey, and it's going to have white sealer. So all those ring grains and all those rings and the knots are going to appear white, almost like an X-ray. And then we're going to have a contrasting neck. We've got a maple neck and a rosewood, so very natural on the neck, very natural but augmented on the body. So that's going to be our 24-hour build. Mr. Glenn Evans has shipped a pair or a set of Cruel Mistress vintage voice tele pickups. He's donated those, thankfully, and thank you very much. And Terry, I want a command, or Dana, I want a command, exclamation, Glyn, Glyn, and I want that pointing to mrglenspickups.com. If we can do that, that would be great. I want to plug the hell out of this guy and keep him plugged for the rest of the year. Okay, all right. So yes, he's right on board with the whole charity donation of the auction. So he has very, very willingly volunteered and donated his pickups for this build, which is awesome. So I can't wait either. It's going to be fantastic. It is going to be awesome indeed. Now I've got some water on there. Don't fret. Look at that beautiful red. Isn't that awesome? Okay, what I need to do is just finish off this hole here. And I'm going to use the curved end just to get into this bend here. I'm just applying pressure with my thumb to keep the file from bending back from the force that I'm using. It's very thin, so we don't want it flexing too much. So I'm just giving it some support while I get those edges nice and round. Where are my glasses? I need those things because I'm half blind today. I've lost the buggers. They're here somewhere. Here they are. Fantastic, Mr. Glenn. Absolutely. Glenn Evans, he is awesome. What an awesome champion of a bloke. He's fantastic. Get this point going towards this circle. There we go. Almost touching, not quite. get a nice little sharp guy now, this little knife. Where is that little knife blade? This guy here. This guy here. No? Ah, this guy here. That's what we want. Get this guy right in there. There we go. And a little bit of sanding after we carve the top. So now let's work on the top, how the carve is going to look. Okay, so I'll bring you up to here. Let's grab our template and have a look at what this carve's going to look like. We've got a couple of high spots, one down here, one up here, and one here. I'll grab that template and have a little look. Okay. Essentially what we want is a bump up here. So if I use a art line, actually no, I'll use a pencil for this. We want it tight concentric circles down here, pretty flat down here. Okay, we're going to have a rise and a bump up here. You see that? So there's our contours. We're going to step that up. 1, 2, 3, 4 levels. 4 levels by about 1.5 millimeters. I might even go 6 levels. Might make it a little bit tighter through here. Down here, we're definitely going to have 6 levels, so I'm going to take it from here. And I'm going to take a spine down the middle of this Les Paul horn. It's going to flatten out down the bottom here. I'm going to have a scoop in here. So that's going to scoop out to about there. Very tight circles here. like that. And that area is going to be flat. We just want it to come up. I'm going to put a little and that's going to be curved away. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 levels, very gentle and flat at the top here. I might put another 6th one in there. And it's going to be very lopsided, but very, very curvaceous down here. In here, it's going to be a little bit tighter, but very gradual, not too tight. Might just bring this one in a little bit here and make it a bit tighter. And there are our curves. We're going to carve all this away. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to start at a low level. We've got that thickness there, which is 9 millimeters. We're going to do 6 times 1.5 graduations, which is 7.5 to 8 millimeters. Okay, so we're going to take most of that up, with the exception of probably a millimeter or so left at the bottom. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to have that guy 1.5 millimeters. We're going to start down with the 1.5 millimeters, the deepest, and then we're going to move 1.5 millimeters up and do the next tier at a high level, and then 1.5 millimeters higher and do that tier. So we're going to get a terraced effect like that. And that terraced effect is going to come to the middle, and then we're going to sand those terraces smooth so that it looks like a natural curved falling away curvature. A belly and a bump. Woo woo. Yes, absolutely. We want bumps, we want bellies, we want it all. Mr. Glynn, yes, look, they're only 3 hours ahead of us. So we could easily do a podcast. I'd love to have an interview with Mr. Glynn. I'll organise it, Willie, if you're keen. I will organise it for maybe a weekend or see when he's free. I'd love to interview him. We'll do the 24-hour build because that'll give us good. It'll give us good commentary, a little bit of a bond, and we can share our experiences with that build, both from his perspective, how he felt, and what he did to wire those things, knowing that his whole heart was put into it because he knows the money's going to the children's hospital. So and it's obviously a great thing. He's all for Glyn Evans is all for that sort of stuff. He's the nicest man you'll ever meet. So I'd love to do that. It's a great idea, I think. And Willie, it is a fantastic idea, and I think you should be commended on that. Absolutely. A new bump. Yes, there's always new bumps. Sometimes I fall over and I hit my head and I have a new bump the next morning. Self-inflicted, of course. Now, something like that, guys and girls, is what we're going to do. We're not going to do that today. We're going to do that tomorrow. I also have to go away and find out where these buttons are going. I think I'm going to put in Gibson style for two-tone. I'm going to go look into that because I've got the Kirk Hammett EMG pickups going in this, and I want to make sure that I've got them. And I've got to fix this curve here. This is too far in. It's got to be narrower here. So I'm going to draw this up again properly, but that gives you an idea. Where's my phone? Over here. Let me just see what's going on with the phone. I'll see if anyone's on. That's all I've got for today, guys and girls. So if you want to hang around, I might try and raid someone. If not, enjoy your evening, but thank you for being here. Tomorrow, I will be doing a little stream tomorrow, not too much. I've got to go up the coast to Newcastle to watch Gio play another game up there. So we'll be doing that, of course. And what I'm going to do now is have a look at who's on. And there aren't too many on. I might just give it a rest. Actually, no. Anyone got any recommendations for what they want to see? Happy to put it out there. Leslie. Infinite creativity, that's just BS. No, I do like to wind up the old brainiac and see what this old ticker can come up with. So absolutely, I have fun creating stuff, and you guys are a source of inspiration as well, because we talk about these things a lot, and you obviously give me ideas, especially some of your kooky ideas and the kooky way you guys behave. That actually feeds the creative process, believe it or not. Yes, indeed. Okay, I'm going to go to Willie, see what he's doing. Please do. Ha! Let's see if this works. I don't know if it will work. My screen's terrible. It's as slow as a wet week, as they say. Let's see if that works. If it doesn't work, I'm just going to kill the stream. But thanks for being here. So, for those that didn't see it, Odin, the dragon boat lefty, is coming along with the green. Okay, we've got the green in there now, so it's looking quite ominous. That's a nice shade. I don't think we're going to go too dark, too much more than that. I'm going to feather those edges a little bit more. Once we put some water on there, that's really going to pop. In actual fact, I might show you that while the raid command comes up, if it ever does come up, if you guys want to see. I'll put some water on this guy and have a look at what this guy looks like. I've got to get these rounder and a little bit deeper, and then we're going to colour those as well. I'll grab some water and put it on there, just show you how that guy's shaping up. Okay, there she is. You can see that guy's really going to, it's really going to pop. Okay, she's really going to pop. So it's all coming along nicely. All coming along nicely. Beautiful colour. I like that green. It's very cool. Very cool. Isn't that a great transition? I just fluked that. I think I was just trying different things. But that's really going to pop. Okay, that's not working, so I can't obviously raid. Something's not right with my screen. But anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Guys and girls, thanks for being here. I'll see you again tomorrow. Take it easy. In the meantime, hang around and watch our trailer. If you haven't seen it, I'm going to put that on right now. Even though the stream says starting soon, please have a look at our trailer. I'll leave you with it. Until tomorrow, Manny from the Guitar Show. Have a great night. See you tomorrow. Bye for now. Go. There's the back. Bring it up. Bad. Okay. So you can hear me. Alrighty. So what do we need to do? We need to grab this body. We're having some struggles there, so I'm going to kill that and see you all tomorrow. Okay, take it easy, guys. Bye.